In a time before time, a piece of the timeline was cut, and the ends woven together. That piece still exists in its own smaller knot. It is a part of time apart from time that can slide along the timeline, making it a time machine. Those who board the time ship create their own time, weaving a new reality, changing the past. And one can write realities, both dark and bright, into existence. After stealing the time ship from the previous owners and writing them out of existence, the fools have traveled back to 1692, where they hope to find details on a secret concordant, a treaty made between three groups of mages that have bound the history of Boston since that time. Parallax, forced to awaken to a possible left-hand path, had traveled down a long and murderous road, but with his friend's help, he has regained his wisdom. Hannah, who can't remember their past, and now find themselves having written their own family out of existence. Mona, reality architect, and faithful to the God Machine. Ethyl Stubbs, the last descendant of the Ward line, and linchpin of reality, though she doesn't yet know it. Together with a stranger, Rex, and Parallax's newly married wife, Elora, these fools have traveled into adventure. They are running out of time.
Finding how things works and fix the paradox timeline.
Okay.
Maybe talk to another angel.
Yeah, why don't you just put down speak with God, angels?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It is Sissy. I knew it.
I am all ready. Oh my God.
I've been paranoid all week that this was going to happen. Sissy, you scare me.
I just thought, no. We left her cut in half. This is going to be fine.
No, it's not going to be fine.
All right. So, let's just jump in. The fools return to the time ship, leaving the Nemean behind. There, they had a beach party in their Imaginarium. They investigated the re-murder of one of the dead Ethels, and it turns out that a frog was the culprit. They followed the frog across a gauntlet of swinging axes, turning the axes into giant pillows. As Mona and Mona alone walked into the Fae, alone, a massive 8-foot-tall figure materialized, made of black metal. And it opens, and it encases Mona, and then it just pulls her into the Fae. The only person who sees this, and the mental link to Mona goes dead, but the only person who sees this is Ethyl.
Who would is going to send out a instant distress sort of call, like, oh my god, Mona's gone in the Fae. Come help, don't worry, the blades are pillows.
So everybody hears that in your mind.
Oh no.
I go in.
Okay. Parallax to the Fae. Why does Mona go alone?
She's following the frog.
This is the worst fairy tale. Yeah, I'm gonna grab Parallax. And we have to one problem at a time, and we have to solve this one.
All right, so Hannah and Parallax are going to run out of the Imaginarium to where Ethyl is. Are you bringing any NPCs?
Laura should not come.
I concur. She should hang out in the Imaginarium.
Like, Rex, watch Laura, not to speak for your wife, Parallax, but
Yeah, you're not going to want to go to the Fae, Laura. It's not safe there. You should hang out with Rex and be cool. And
Yeah, Laura believes you. You have, 4 dots in persuasion. You're very convincing. And Laura is not really interested in running into another dangerous situation right away. Glad to take up additional beach day.
she's been in the Fae before too, and did not go super well, so.
But yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna put on my Fate sight because that's useful in the Fae. And try and use it to follow Mona and find Ethyl.
As you find Ethyl at the edge of the gauntlet, you can see with your fate sight that she is embodying the avatar of the fool.
Oh god. Could you remind me of all the different facets of the fool?
The fool is a newcomer, a beginner, someone who is starting out, who is risking, who is venturing without looking. They have great promise, but they also are at great risk.
And this is why we have called ourselves the fools. Okay.
And from there, I'm going to cut to our guest star. Our friend Sissy is here to play a new character.
Should I just start?
Yeah, but you can also just invent the scene. So what's happened is someone who is connected to that other person that you know of showed up in your backyard, and one of your trusted lieutenants, the Black Knight, Mordred, has consumed that person and is now expelling them here in your court. Surrounded by all your allies, you feel fairly secure, but you also felt fairly secure last time.
Okay. So I'm going to say that sitting kind of in the dark next to the corpse of Ramona is a figure surrounded by a little bit of light, lights a finger, lights up a really strange smelling cigarette, exhales a very large cloud of smoke at the new visitors.
Just one.
Okay. Is that going to be, that's going to be you. Okay. What's your name, dear?
He is in fact Charlotte. And Charlotte, would you describe what your character looks like at the moment?
Am I wearing clothes?
No, you left the Imaginarium and your imaginary bathing suit dissolved.
Okay. Well, you see.
You do have magic, though, and you could weave any sort of enchanted armor or like a dress made of moonlight out of prime magic.
Done.
Okay, so what do you want to describe what it looks like as you do this and what you are now wearing?
Yeah. Mona is wearing like a really long t-shirt that it kind of looks like a robe you wear when you sleep. It's got pictures of a black knight on it, and the black knight has been impaled. That's like the motif, but you can't tell unless you take a close look at it. They're small.
Okay, so this person appears before me, and I see when they appear before me that they're naked, and then they weave a garment.
Yeah, that's true, but it's almost like as they're being released, the clothing is just appearing around them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. At this point, I want to be so self-involved, I don't notice. It is not necessarily the person that killed me. So this is how I want to begin. Well, little Alice, Hannah, whatever, that was boring, predictable, and totally embarrassing for you. Know you nothing of respecting your hosts and not cleaving them in two like a sad watermelon? Ugh. She was fun and pretty, although mostly psychotic. I'll miss her. And she gently kind of kicks the body over a little bit and stands up. Well, I suppose new introductions are in order. I am Titania, mistress of night creatures and flowers. If you want your spells to work, you need me to bless them and your familiars and offerings. See, much more essential than that prom queen, Ramona. Oof, but what a show. But we move on, yes. If I was petty, I might just murder you slowly. But how trite. So, oh, you're not even her. Who are you? What do you want? And can you be amicable in my home?
Oh, definitely. Thank you for being so welcoming. My name's Mona. Nice.
Really?
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Queen Titania. Titania.
Quite simple.
Yes, it's very, very clear.
What are you doing here and what do you want?
It was actually an accident. I'm good to go. Actually, I'm gonna just go this way.
Oh, how fun! An accident. Do tell. I don't want you to leave just yet. I want to know about this fun little accident that brought you to my home.
And what would your interior of this room look like? What other beings would be present here, Titania?
Well, I definitely would be not happy with Ramona's decor because even though I'm a facet of her, I'm a completely different person. So I'm like, all this.
Well, it's all changed now. You've done it. It's all changed.
Gaudiness is gone, and now it's like lots of black and deep purple and red, and bats and spiders are everywhere. They just live around. And I'm like, just ignore my little friends. They're not going to hurt you. They're all the great pollinators. You need them in your world to live, and here they're just our friends.
I would be happy to tell you the story of the accident. How about we make a deal and I tell you the story in exchange for your blessing for me to be on my way on this road.
It seems reasonable now, doesn't it? And I seem reasonable now, don't I? But you did come to my house unannounced, so it will need to be a really, really entertaining story, or I might require a bit more to give you safe passage. Does that sound reasonable to you?
And we're going to cut from there back to the rest of the group. So, Ethyl, Hannah, Parallax.
So running from the Imaginarium, I put my clothes back on. His bathing suit is now gone. I put the clothes that I had left at the entrance back on.
They are pretty much destroyed still.
So yeah. So my body's back to being kind of ripped in the non-muscles way. I don't have any backup clothes. Do I have anything? Well, it doesn't matter. Mona in danger in the Fae is bad.
You do have a bedroom in here, and you could have imagined yourself some physical clothes in that room. You also probably had that pile of coats that you were wearing before you went into 1692.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I would just keep all the ripped clothes on, but put on layers on top of it like I want to do. I just have like 3 coats and then a pair of pants over I guess the pants underneath the ripped skirts that I was wearing.
Excellent. The same clothes that Ramona saw you in last. Continue.
Yep. And I guess I'm going to put on a life shield before going to... Yeah, I'll put a life shield on myself and Parallax before we get to the Fae. And be like, trouble in the Fae is really bad, so let's find Ethyl.
It does take a dexterity plus athletics check to get across the gauntlet. However, the gauntlet is currently filled with giant swinging pillows rather than axes. And, you have other spells, too, to deal with the situation if you don't want to roll a dexterity check.
Yeah, I mean, I would roll exceptional luck. I have that as a rote, so
as a rote, you can make it last for the scene. You can make it so that you get a bonus on exceptional luck is 2nd level fate, so you get 3 free reach, and that's the one where it can affect spellcasting rolls. It's going to last for a scene, and it's going to bestow a boon like 9 agains.
Yeah.
Instead have it be 8 agains, but then it wouldn't affect spellcasting, or it would be overreach. Or you could give yourself a condition.
Like
wary. Or
I don't
know.
I'm gonna do 8s and 9s again. Just have it to my mundane skills.
Cool. All right, with life shield and 8 and 9 agains on your next 5 rolls, you're gonna roll a dexterity plus athletics check. Parallax and Ethyl, what are you two doing?
I'm just going for it. I'm just gonna leap this thing, doing the athletics check.
All right,
gonna be good.
Dex athletics it is.
You the dice.
Also cast that fate spell.
I'm not going to because I'm it's in a rush. Oh no, I got 2 successes. Sorry.
Same, also 2.
Yeah, you both navigate the pillows. Well done.
What side of the gauntlet did I leave myself on?
You are on the far side and would need to cross it to be able to go with them.
Okay, I will do the same.
Okay, so it's a Dex plus Athletics, and you could do the same thing that Hannah just did and give yourself exceptional luck to roll 8 agains. Or you could be like Parallax and be like, who needs to roll more successes?
What does it cost me to roll 8 against?
Nothing. It's free.
Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely do that.
Oh wait, no, but because you're not a Fate Mage, it would cost you 1 point of mana because it's an improvised spell unless it's a rote.
I have 4 fate.
Yes, so it would still cost 1 mana because you're not an Acanthus Mage, you're a Moros Mage.
Can I cast it on Ethel?
Yes, you can cast it on Ethel for free.
All right, I do that.
Okay, good, because I don't have a lot of dots in that.
Excellent. You have 8 agains.
All right, what happened, Ethel? Where is Mona?
I got 1 success. Mona followed the frog into the Fae.
And now you're all in the Fae. And standing here, it looks strange indeed. There's shifting fungal patterns that dot the cave walls in this location. You don't remember it being a cave last time. You're pretty sure that this was a big open forest last time, but it has changed. The terrain has evolved over time. As you look, you recognize some of the familiar rock structures, but it could have been that hundreds of years may have passed in the Fae.
Why is it different?
Time flows differently in the Fae. Everything flows differently in the Fae. Did she get lost? Did the frog run off?
Followed the frog across the gauntlets and then disappeared, and I couldn't hear her anymore.
Okay. I can't do following fate lines for free, but Parallax, can you find Mona in here?
I could, in theory. Well, I could, in theory, warp us all to her because I guess we have a bit of connection.
That sounds risky.
It does. But in theory, we could grab her, warp right back out.
Oh, I do have a question, actually. Are Fae alive in the sense life way?
Yes, most of them.
Okay. It wouldn't be like finding the mortal here. I mean, what's the worst that could happen warping in and warping out?
All right, we're going to cut from there back to Mona. You were going to tell a story to your gracious host.
Yes. So gracious.
Before she starts talking, I walk over to her and do I have I know I have these skills and stuff like that, but can I toss some magic her way? I'm pretty powerful, right?
The main things that you do are you can control people's minds and make them see whatever you would like them to see. You can make them infinitely impressed with you. You can summon slaves that you have already mind controlled. You can make people forget about things. You can take bullets and keep walking. And you're faster than almost every human. Those are things that you can do.
Okay. My spiders and my bats are my little helpers, and they're constantly all over me. And as she's talking, I decide to hold her hand. And while we are holding hands, the spiders are weaving a kind of a handcuff out of an extremely tough fairy silk. And I'm like, the last guest left so unexpectedly. I think that I want you to stay until you're done telling me your story.
I'm gonna pull my hand away. No need for that.
Doesn't matter. I'm stronger than you, and I've held on to you. And the spiders they're so fast. It's already done.
The only way that you could resist Mona would be to cast a spell.
Does Mona know if that's a good idea to do in the Fae?
You do not. I mean, you've been through the Fae. Remember when you saw those fish people?
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll let it happen for now. I've got forces in case I need it later.
Okay. Spiders begin to weave pattern across your body, spinning you into a neat little cocoon.
My whole body?
No. Just like maybe her hand and her arm. And it doesn't hurt. I don't want it to hurt at all. It's very thin spider silk. It's very strong, but it does not hurt.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, story time. How did I get here? Once upon a time, there was a man covered in tattoos. And he's a very violent man.
Oh.
He came across a group of friends. Did not like his violent tendencies. So they turned him into a frog. And placed him in a frog tank.
Might I know this tattooed person's name? And Rudy, do I know this person?
You don't know this person, but you do know everyone who enters your kingdom, and there has been an unusual frog who has entered recently.
Might I know Froggy's name?
I don't actually know his name. We call him the tattooed guy.
Would this be a special pale green frog?
Yeah, you must have noticed him hop through.
Yes, he came to us days ago, a bit distraught. And he comes hopping into the room. Your little
They're the murderers. They want to destroy reality.
Calm down. We're all guests here. You're a guest. Do not attack my other guest.
I'm here to warn you.
We will make short business of this. Do not interrupt.
Yeah, I'm telling a story here, frog. Okay. Then, those friends leave their house and go on an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
When they come back, they notice that not only is the frog missing, but one of their own friends that had stayed in the house had been killed by the frog.
Oh dear.
And so I chased the frog into the Fey realm. And here you are, Tattoo Man.
I
Frog
see.
says she's lying. And you know instinctively that she is. Something about the frog's voice rings true in a way that you didn't know. That
What am I lying about? I'm not lying. How did he do that if I'm not lying?
You are, in some regards, lying.
Is it about the friend? Oh, okay. Well, that friend was a zombified version of one of the friends. Still a friend, just zombified.
They have a horde of undead, and
A horde?
they are
I'm
powerful time travelers.
Oh, fun. The story has just gotten interesting. I'm so glad that you're staying longer. Okay, Froggy. You have 5 minutes. What's your story?
I am part of an ancient order called the Adamantine Arrow, sent to protect this world from abyssal threats. The Abyss is a realm outside our own that seeks only to destroy and consume us. These creatures are protecting an agent of the Abyss. Its name is Parallax. And from there, we're going to jump back to Parallax. Did you choose to teleport to Mona?
I'm a big fan of going big or go home. So yeah, I'm going to teleport to Mona. But my plan is to sort of just port, grab her, and then peace out. So that's what I'm going to try to do.
That is such a bad idea.
Bring the rest of the party with you.
It's up to them if they want to come.
Real quick, I'm still tethered to her, so he grabs her, he grabs me.
Okay.
Is there can we just tell him this is a bad idea? I don't have...
You want to roll a fate spell for is this a good idea?
Yeah. Is we improvised?
Improvised fate spell.
It's going to be a mana.
Can I cast a death ward on us?
Yes. Your body.
I have no idea. It's probably a good idea.
Probably.
No successes.
Do you want to turn that failure into a dramatic failure for
it can't get any worse than this is totally a good idea. So yeah, sure.
All right, you take a beat and you're right. It's totally a good idea. You get such good energy off this idea.
That sounds great. I love the affirmation. Let's do this.
Well, you will be able to eventually teleport you there, but I am going to make you roll for it. So, it is your rote skill plus space plus gnosis -8. That's for including... you have the reach to include all of you, but there's a distance between you and Mona that while you are closely connected with Mona, there is a force separating you.
There's a -8. All right, so rote gnosis -8. Let's see. They got 2 successes.
Okay. Previously, Parallax opened up rips in reality and stepped through portals. But recently, you've been doing this thing where you just shift everyone's perception of where they are and they appear somewhere else. How does it look this time?
So I'm going to basically I'm going to take my sword out and I'm going to sort of like slice a fabric in the universe and sort of open it up. And then on the other side is where Mona's at. And yeah, I'm going to try to grab her if I can.
Can I try and... Is it possible for me to see through the rip in space to what's on the other side?
With your normal people eyes, it's blindingly imperceptible. If you had space magic, I'd say yes.
Can I see her through the rip?
And in fact, you probably don't see the rip until they step through it. If they all step through together.
Okay.
I still have Fate Sight on.
Mm-hmm.
Is there...
As you step through, Ethyl, are you going along with these two?
Join us, Ethyl. It's a great idea.
Yes, but I'm going to remember this for the next time people are like, stepping into death is so weird. Stepping into death.
As soon as you step through with your fate sight, you can tell that you are doomed. All right, so what happens is several things happen at once. In the middle of the story of the frog, these three individuals appear in the middle of your parlor, and your hounds are all reacting like they would like to attack. The Black Knight moves to intercede between the three strangers and you and Mona, and something in reality breaks. You feel it in your peripheral mage sight, for those of you who are mages. Titania is probably too far removed from what is normal to think anything of this, but Mona, you definitely can tell that there's like a shattering in all of these jagged parts. The God Machine doesn't look right here already. You know that from last time, but you don't have any mage sights on. Would anybody like to activate a mage sight for a mana?
You mean change the one that I already had on?
That's right, because Life Sight does tell you that...
it was Fate Sight.
Oh, Fate Sight. Fate Sight tells you a lot of stuff, so you probably want to keep that one up for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Rhyme.
Okay.
And death for me, please.
Parallax, are you using a mana for any sites?
No, I'm not going to send a mana here.
Okay. So let's start with Ethyl and death. This is a place of death. The Black Knight, as you know, is a ghost fae thing, so it's got some death going on. Death also lets you see how much people have been around death. And there's black stain that you accrue as you kill more people. That's how you perceive it in some way. In the corner of this room is a body that's been cut in half, and it is the blackest shade of night, just covered in death. Mass murderer. And there is a woman who looks like that body, who is also some sort of undead, and they are not covered in death in the same way. It's almost like they are exposed to death. There's like a gray layer of death that's sort of superimposed upon them, but it's not direct death, even though they are undead. You can also tell that there are many beings here, and those beings are various forms of ghosts, living things, dead things, and they've killed humans, some of them. Because killing Fae, you don't know if that would count. Maybe it would. Mona, Prime Sight shows you that there's a spell being cast over your hand, but it's not a mage spell. It's got something to do with fate, but you can't pin it down more clearly than that. You can tell that where reality has shattered is it all coming to a point. There's like a point about 7 feet off the ground, floating in the center of this room, that all the breaks in reality go towards. It appeared when Parallax teleported in. And with Fate Sight, well, Fate Sight can tell you a lot of things. Where are you looking, Hannah?
I guess it depends on where the portal is, but
It's like the middle of this room.
I guess if we walk through it and we're facing Mona,
You are.
I would, looking for Mona, if I'd see Mona, and then I would see the person next to her.
Yes.
I would be looking at them, and then the breaks of reality, but my gaze would be moving from them if I'm...
Yeah, and
Because horror.
yeah, there's of course Mona and their destiny. You can see that some sort of fate interconnection is happening between her and this other figure, this woman with red hair who seems strikingly familiar and is connected to you through fate. And Titania, what would you do as this all happens?
Can I see her now?
Yes. But Hannah goes by they, them pronouns. So when we're
Okay.
out of game, we'll call them they.
Okay. So in game, are you a her? No. Okay, still they. Okay. So I see them. Well, isn't this a pleasant surprise? And I am super fast, I assume.
Yes.
And I drag Mona over with me, and I have her, I'm holding her hand, so you cannot really see the tether because it's made of spider silk, so it's practically invisible. So I'm holding her hand and I zoom over and I smile at her and I say, I'm so glad that you decided to return. I know you think that I have been holding on to this big grudge for years, but you forget here. It was like 20 minutes. But
Honestly, I thought
stop
you were
talking.
dead.
Stop talking. Do you see this crown? This crown is of every bat and spider that represents all of the Fae that threw themselves, as you say, on, what is it, Harry Carey from your world? Seeing their goddess, their queen, dead and sliced in two on the floor, I could not help it. They just committed suicide over my body. So I immortalized them in my crown. And I wanted to show you if I ever saw you again. And at this time, I know that I have illusion. And I have cast illusion on every single person in this room. They are separated. They are chained to something. They have no idea of where they are. And she is isolated by herself. And she cannot see Mona attached to me anymore. Because I want her to feel like it's just me and her. It's an illusion. And I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in illusion. So, like.
Yeah, I do want you to roll it. So
okay, sure.
It's going.
Give me a second. I don't have my dice out. Give me 1 second.
Of course. And everybody else is also going to get to roll. Specifically, you are going to be rolling your resolve plus composure plus gnosis.
Do we still have 8 against?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Except for Parallax.
6.
And
But I also have 8 against from my when I was
that's
lucky.
right. It lasts for equal to your fate rolls. I would say this is still the same scene.
Do I get any rerolls?
No, unless you want to spend a point of mana and reflexively cast a spell.
Yes.
Okay, so you'd roll Fate Gnosis. If you get any successes, you will get 8 against.
All right, so I got 3 10s, 3 9s, and 2 8s.
Okay, roll 3 more dice.
Okay. The same dice?
Yeah, 3 more 10-sided dice. Tell me about any more 8, 9s, or 10s.
1.
Okay. Now 1 what?
8.
Okay. That's 9 successes.
I got 4.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I got 6.
I got 6.
That
I
was
got 7.
pretty good under normal circumstances. But all of your minds bend and shake, twisting away as you are locked inside your own personal nightmares, chained to a piece of furniture here, separated. Ethyl, what would you do?
Can I add something?
Yep.
The very, very confusing part of what's happening to everyone is every time you pull on a chain or jerk or do anything, you're expecting it to hurt, and it doesn't ever hurt. It almost doesn't feel like you can't break it. That's the confusing part. It doesn't seem hard. It doesn't seem like it hurts or cuts into you whenever you're jerking and pulling on it. It's almost spongy and soft and comforting.
Like a padded cell.
Almost. But you're still in a chair and it looks like chains. It looks all rough and like you should be like struggling and it should hurt. Nope. None of it hurts.
And we can't see each other, or we don't think we can see each other?
That's right.
Yeah, it's an illusion.
Each other.
And we're still immobilized. Their brains still think we're attacked.
You haven't determined how mobilized you are.
Are Hannah and I...
Wait a minute. With some of you, though, who are adepts of fate. So, a fate adept has an ability called Fate Unbound, where if something is trying to control you or bind you, then you can make a contest against that thing by rolling Fate plus Gnosis. So you can fight against this spell just by trying to break it. Anyone who has Fate 4, which would be Ethyl, Parallax, Ethyl, and Parallax.
Yeah, definitely doing that.
All right, roll Fate Gnosis.
I'm going to do the same.
Okay.
My reflex would be to use to Hulk out and try to break out of the bonds because I might not know it's an illusion.
Oh no, you're not bound. I just separated you from your friends. I didn't bind you at all.
Can Hannah still see Mona and you?
No, she can just see me.
Okay.
I got 5 successes on that Fate spell.
Okay. Trevor, take a beat for an exceptional success.
Can I react to him not being part of not
Not yet. I want to see what everyone else does.
Sure.
So, Mona, what would you do in this situation?
I also got 5 successes.
Oh wow! Also take a beat. You too.
Am I still attached to Titania?
Yes. Unless I imagine that you would perceive yourself to still be attached because it's going to be moving around. You do.
But I don't see all my friends anymore.
No. Everything
Okay.
else is faded to black.
All right, I'm gonna say, oh, that's weird. I thought my friends were just here. Where were we? Did you get the frog side of the story?
Hold that thought, dear. Is that everybody?
You're ripping at this thing. You're hulking out.
So I'm not chained. So I'm like in a chair. Or like standing alone. Like
Just standing. Nope, I didn't sit you. I didn't do anything. I didn't touch you.
So just us two in a dark space.
Yep, that's it.
Still spooky. Yeah, I'd say, why are you not dead and what do you want? At least let my friends go.
Can I react to the other people now?
You don't recognize that they have broken free yet, but yes, you may take an action.
Okay. I tell Hannah, you always seem to have one fun trick up your sleeve, and I really enjoy that. Hold that thought. And I look back over at the illusioned people, and I want, it says that I have occult blood magic.
Yes.
So I'm not necessarily familiar with blood magic in this game, but I remember blood magic in our other game, and I remember blood magic in just like regular witchcraft, which is that you are able to control a person's blood inside of their body.
So you can't do blood magic, you know about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a knowledge skill, not a application skill.
Do I hear you just talking to thin air?
I would say no. Can I mesmerize someone to go to sleep?
You can pick someone to try to mesmerize if you would like to, yes.
And can I mesmerize them to go
one
to
person
sleep?
at a time.
Can I mesmerize them to go to sleep?
Sure.
Okay. Kitties. You guys both have kitty icons. How am I going to choose? Okay, I'm going to go with the kitty that looks like my kitty, and that's the black and white kitty. So I'm going to try and mesmerize Parallax there to go to sleep. What do I do?
Right.
Do I just roll?
That's right. You are going to roll, and specifically, I think it's the same 13 dice.
Okay. I don't get 16 this time. It's 13.
So you can get 16. Oh, no, it's actually, sorry, it's 12, and it also makes you hungrier. But yeah, so you can roll 12 dice or 15 dice if you spend a willpower. You should know that you have plenty of willpower.
Oh, cool. Okay. Then I'll roll with 15.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, rolling 15 dice versus Parallax, that would be a Resolve, Composure, Gnosis.
I'm also spending a willpower here.
3 8s, 2 9s, and 3 10s.
All right, roll 3 more dice for those 3 10s.
Okay. 1 9.
All right, another 9 successes.
I only got 8.
So
Wow, you really put up a good fight.
you shift out of that blackness, and for a moment, Parallax, the room resumes around you, and you look down and you see a very angry looking frog. He looks at you accusingly, but then you feel the pull of your attention be brought to the red-haired woman who looks you in the eyes. You fall asleep. Ethyl, you break free of the boundary plane just in time to see this happen. What would you like to do?
Can I cut myself into death in the Feywild?
You can try.
Yeah, I'm going to try to do that.
What does that mean? I don't know what that means.
All right. So as you separate the veil between worlds, you can tell that you can take on a ghostly shape. You can, in fact, become a ghost here. However, it's not the same. Roll Death Gnosis as you cross over.
Okay. 4.
With 4 successes, Titania, you would see Ethyl. What do you look like? 19-year-old girl?
I am a still naked 19-year-old girl.
Okay.
I fix that. Holding a shovel. You know,
Becomes
normal.
a ghost who just like fades out from in front of you. And then you appear, and here in this realm of depths of story, you see all of these people kneeling in concentric circles around the scene that is playing out here. There are knights and people in rags, women, children, soldiers from modern wars, There are people in suits and ball gowns, people of all breeds, colors, and walks of life. And with your death and your fate, you can tell that all of these people are people that red-haired woman has killed along her journey here.
The one on the floor or me?
You. Well, the two. The story of them is the same.
Can I react to her becoming a ghost now?
Yes, you may. And then I'm going to have Hannah and Mona take actions as well.
I see her become a ghost, and I smile, and I say, "Oh, how pretty. Now you look like some of the other ones." And I want to sing to her until she becomes in awe of me. It's one of my disciplines. It says something +3 or something, and then I have a 5 dot in it, and then I have a 4 in singing. So I want to sing in awe to her. So, and the tune that I sing to her is that, pretty ghost, come and serve your host.
Yeah, so you will be rolling that. It'll be a 13, or if you'd like to make it 16 die pool.
Sure. Why not?
Hannah and Mona, what are you two doing?
So I have a dot in mind connected.
Yes.
Can that help me tell if this is in my mind? And
You can tell that something is affecting your mind, yes.
but I don't think I can dispel it.
No,
Right.
with one dot in mind, no.
No. I think though, because I'm alone right now because the queen has left me to go do something else. Is that right? I think so.
Yeah, you don't see the queen.
I am going to call some spirit friends to help me.
There are spirit-like things here in Arcadia. You don't know how they will react. Are you trying to summon a specific type of spirit?
Yes. I think I want to try and find a spirit of truth to show me what's really happening and call for it in high speech because that is the language of truth. And I'm very humble right now because my very good idea did not.
You are going to get a +1 bonus for being humble. If you used high speech, it would make it take 2 more rounds.
Take 2 more rounds or
Yeah,
less?
high speech makes things longer, and using more yantras makes it longer.
Okay. Can I use high speech as a yantra because it is a language of truth, or you can only say true things?
You can, but it will make it last 2 turns to cast this spell.
Oh. No, I'll just take the 1 then.
All right. Mona, what are you going to do? What exactly? Yeah.
I want to cast a spell using prime magic.
What do you want that spell to do?
Everyone can see the truth.
Except Parallax, he's asleep.
That's true. So yeah, rolling prime gnosis, you need to get a success. People will be able to see only what is true.
Succeeded. Succeeded.
Okay. With a success, the world shifts back to its true form for you. Hannah, did you get any successes on that roll?
Okay. 5 successes.
A figure steps into this room as you cast that spell. They are a lore keeper, and they are known to you, Titania. They are a recorder of all deeds that happen in Arcadia, and their presence here indicates that other powers are taking interest in your activities in this matter.
Oh, did you want to know about my role?
I do.
For the
wanna know how
ghost?
many successes you got.
All right. Well, I got 1, 2, 8, 3 9s, and 2 10s. I rolled the 10s again, and I got 2 9s.
Okay. So you said how many total there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I rolled the 2 10s again, so 10 total.
10 successes is a lot of successes. So, Ethyl, you hear this voice, this enchanting voice echoing into the realm of the dead. And at this point, you are lost in that voice. You hear it, and it is striking and overwhelming. You feel that how important this person is. What would you want to do, Ethyl?
I'm picturing the like, come little children. Can I try to block my ears from it, or do I have no choice but to listen to it?
You don't want to block your ears. You are so impressed with all this singing.
And you were calling me to come towards you? Is that what you had asked for?
To come and serve me, to do my bidding, whatever it is. Serve, very open word.
So you don't have to do that, but you are impressed by this individual. They are very good at singing. They are very scary.
I'm going to see if I can get the other ghosts to be like impressed and listen as well. Gather up there, like, do you hear that? Who do you think that is?
They look up and they are both impressed and in pain and furious. They have so many emotions right now. You can see it in their eyes. They have no other reaction besides for to just look up a little bit.
Can I see all my friends now out of the death world, or?
Yeah. Parallax is asleep. There's a toad on his face.
Oh, okay. I want to go over to where Parallax is, and I want to stick my like hands through him and hope that like death hands kind of wake him up so he can hear the music too. It's so pretty.
Oh, at this point, with him being on the floor and asleep, I'm not trying to really like give them the sense that anything is gonna really like hurt them. I more want to give them the sense that I'm not ready for them to leave, and I'm pissed off that they came to my house last time, cut me in half, and left. I'm more insulted than I am mad, like in a murderous way. Does that make sense? So I've walked over to him and I put like a really beautiful fluffy pillow under him, and I've propped his feet up, and my servants didn't do it, I did it.
You haven't had time to do that, and there is a toad, a frog currently trying to suffocate him.
Okay. Oh well, I'm gonna see the frog. Can I see the frog?
Yes, but it will take your action to react right now to that frog.
Oh, okay. No, I don't want to do that. My reaction instead is when I see that she is like lucid now.
You don't.
No, I don't see that. No. The other girl that cast the spell of fate to see the truth.
Oh, Mona. So
yeah, I can see that she's come out of her illusion because she looks different and she's like looking around. No.
So a normal person might be able to.
Okay.
But one of Ramona's, not Ramona. What am I talking about? Titania's few weaknesses.
Okay.
Is that No, I was going to say that she doesn't have any insight, but she does have insight. So
Okay.
you're going to roll 7 dice.
The same dice.
Yes, 7, and you're trying again for 8, 9s, and 10s.
So that was 4 so far, and I got a 0, a 9, and an 8. And now I'm going to roll the other 3. And that is a 0, a 9, and a 1.
All right, and roll 2 more dice for those zeros.
2 9s.
Wow, that is... You notice everything about this scene with 7 successes. So you absolutely notice that everyone has come out of your illusion. And in fact, some of your servants are kind of like recognizing that they've been under illusions. They're not taking any actions against you, but whatever spell that person cast is also affecting all of your servants, and the hounds are like sad now.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. What can I do? It says I have a 5 in subterfuge.
That's lying.
I know. I can look at all my servants and say, "Oh, my sad babies. Look at how these visitors have upset you all."
Yeah, and they're all going to murder them. They're going to rush forward, the spiders and the bats and the flies.
And I'm going to say, "But stop. These are my guests, and we will deal with this accordingly, my children. Now you see that I have been more than reasonable to all of you. You have come into my home and murdered me once, and now you are rude and you don't even want to stick around long enough to tell me a story about a frog?
Well, I
Do you
did.
have any idea how insulting that is?
I did.
Do you have any idea how insulting it is to be casting spells in my home?"
Parallax, roll your stamina.
Sure, what's that?
I thought I was done with the story and you wanted the frog's point of view.
I was getting the frog's point of view when your friends interrupted.
You got 1 success.
That is enough to not be suffocating. In fact, as you feel this cold chill, it wakes you up. You try to breathe. You can't breathe. You instinctively try to push the frog off of your face, but the frog instinctively tries to wrap its arms around your face. You're going to roll a strength plus brawl check.
What
Against a
asshole
frog?
frog, dude. Hey, I am not in control of that little asshole, okay? Can I yell at the frog too?
You have just yelled at everybody else in the room, so I'm going to say that was your action for right now.
Okay.
Got 3 successes on that brawl against a frog check.
Well, I can take a frog.
Well, the frog does not have that many successes. In fact, they have 0 successes.
You go flying across the
That's
room.
right. So you just kind of like, whack! The frog tumbles and rolls across the room, and you see this chaotic scene. Something is pulling at your mind as some sort of magic is happening here. Parallax, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm just going to be like, enough of this. And I literally bite my finger like really hard to draw blood.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll draw like a little glyph into my palm. And then I'll snap my fingers to that same hand to stop time in this room.
For everybody?
For everybody. But not Hannah, Mona, and Ethyl.
Oh, so stopping time for everyone but the party.
Right.
Tough spell, but you are a master of time. Would you like to overreach to have it last the scene? Actually, this is, I believe, already overreach to just have this happen on everybody here.
Can I combat this at all?
No, you cannot move outside of time.
But I am Fae, and don't I have many versions of myself that exists inside myself? So then you would really only be freezing one of me.
For the moment, all time is going to seem to stop.
There's time in the Fae?
Oh yeah, what about that? That doesn't make sense.
I'm going to have you roll a time gnosis, and what I want to know is, would you like it to last for only the 3 rounds? Would you like to try to extend it? It's already going to be overreach, because you're trying to cast it on multiple people.
No, I'll just do it for the 3 rounds.
Okay, 3 rounds. Right now, your gnosis is 5.
I think it's 5, yeah.
That's 3 dice of paradox. Would you like to spend any mana to reduce that?
Yeah, I'll reduce. I'll spend 1 mana.
Okay. I will roll 2 dice, and there's no paradox as you. Time slows like molasses here in the Fae. And there is not really time. There is something that binds this path of fate. And that equation here is time. You didn't get it for a little bit. Time here isn't measured in minutes or in seconds. Time here is measured in expression, in form, in pattern, and in fate. So, with that in mind, you may each collectively do a thing before time resumes. And you're not sure if it's like this universally or if the story beats just paused for a second here. What are you doing? Everybody, you notice things freeze except for Titania. Titania, you do not. Everything seems normal.
I want to break the chains on everyone, or the spider webbing.
Dispel the illusion, you mean?
There's only spider webbing on you, and to break free, you would have to roll a prime plus gnosis check.
It's not an illusion, it's an actual spider web, so you need to do something physical.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
With 3 successes, you create a magic shield around your arm, which pulls off most of the webs, but there's still spiders lingering on you. Hannah, Ethyl, Parallax.
Did Mona's spell show us that we're in an illusion
Yes.
and we're no longer in an illusion?
That's right.
I'm going to. Does it still look like the world is broken?
There is something broken. You can feel it, but you can't see it. With your fate sight on, you can tell that there's a pinprick in the center of this room and that it's somehow connected to Parallax.
Okay. I'm going to help Mona get rid of the spiders and kill all the put all the spiders to sleep. I don't want to kill them.
Plus gnosis. Ethyl in the ghost realm. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think that Parallax can target you, actually. You can't be. So time is going to freeze for you as well, Ethyl, because you can't be a target of Parallax's spell. Parallax can't see you.
The time does not freeze for me?
Time does not freeze for you.
Is the singing still happening?
Yeah, but it's happening in. This is all happening in like a second. That all these actions that people are taking. So for you, it would look like Mona's like free, Hannah's like over there swatting spiders off, and it happens like that. Parallax, what are you doing?
I'm going to take my sword and try to cut off Titania's head.
He hasn't like hurt us technically,
I'm
and it didn't work last time.
well. I didn't try to buy some time.
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, I'm going to. I can't guarantee this will work. I don't really have great swordsmanship, but we will try.
Okay, well, it is going to be a strength or dex plus weaponry, but it's also going to be minus bunch.
Oh no.
He is a strong person. I do have my lightsaber on me. It was in my coats, so if you want
But he does not have it.
it, right?
That's true.
Does not know that you even have it. So he gets one strike with his regular sword.
He probably doesn't know.
It's a time
what it
sword.
is.
It's got time. It's got a gem in it that makes it a time sword.
Okay.
All right. How much? What penalty am I taking here?
So you are taking a -5 penalty to this roll.
All right. How much willpower do I have left? Not a lot. All right. I will spend my second to last willpower here.
Okay, how many dice are you rolling?
I'm rolling 2.
Oh boy.
I got a success.
Okay. I'm gonna need Sissy.
Mm-hmm.
You are frozen in time.
Yeah.
As you are frozen in time, someone swings a sword at your head, and it breaks you free. Body instinctively turning to catch the blade and stop deflecting it away. And you do. Catch it as the blade goes through your hand. It's dealt several points of damage to you, but freed you from this time spell as you look down at this tiny individual who has tried to kill you.
Can I react?
Not resumed for all of the other people in this room. All of your servants, including the Black Knight, are still frozen. The frog is frozen on its back as it's trying to wave its legs to get back up.
Can I react now?
You can.
I shoot my hand out and I grab his skull and I crush his head with 5 strength. How many dice do I roll?
Oh man, you have a specialty in ripping people apart. So that's going to be a strength brawl plus 1. It's only 9 dice, but you could make it 12.
Yeah.
And then Parallax, what's your defense? It's the lower of your wits or dexterity.
They're both 2.
So you have -2. So it's only 10 dice, unless Parallax, do you want to use a reflexive mage shield for a mana?
Oh, I had put a life shield on Parallax before he went in.
And I put a death one.
I don't think they layer though, so if yours is the most recent.
Right. So do you want to just have the death shield up, Trevor, or do you want to layer on a time shield?
Can I have more than one shield up at a time?
One shield.
Just one? Guess I'll just keep the death shield up.
Great. Okay, so it is 10 dice. but you will take damage like a dead body. So, Sissy, would you roll those 10 dice?
So does that mean I can't kill him?
It yet to be determined.
Okay.
So rolling those dice, we'll see how much damage you do. Because you do probably hit.
That's 110. An 8. A 6. Another 8. Mm. 3. Another 10. Another 8. Another 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 9, is that what you said?
Yep.
Okay. That is a 9. That is a 7. And that is another 10.
One more.
Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, okay. It's a 10.
And one more again.
Oh, okay. A 9.
All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 successes on 10 dice.
Oh.
Luck of the gods.
Well, not exactly, because I had to roll them again.
Right, but even still,
Okay.
that's quite good. Now, you are used to this being lethal damage. And it would be lethal damage. Except
But
when you crush Parallax's skull, his jaw breaks, but his body lives. Parallax, you have just taken 10 points of bashing damage. Roll your stamina plus resolve -3.
Okay. One success.
That's enough to stay conscious. So you feel your head. It hurts really bad.
Yeah.
And you all get one action before more stuff happens.
I should have made some popcorn for this.
Yeah, I need nervous snacks.
Yeah, I'm like real hurt. Like,
I just want to let you know,
bad.
I had no intentions of really hurting any of you.
Yeah. I mean, I know the rules of the Fae. I also was just planning on hanging out for a bit.
So, Parallax, what do you do?
All right. Well, this time that just made me mad. Like, you crushed my skull.
Right?
No one does that to me. And I'm gonna try to stop time again, but this time only on Titania.
You don't think that you can stop time for Titania right now?
Not even a little bit.
No, you can see that she is now out of time. She's broken free of time as you tried to strike.
Out of time.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's not good.
Can Hannah intervene?
Yes, you can. What do you do?
Okay. So I want to like I know that we can't actually kill her because it didn't work last time, and also like she hasn't tried to hurt us this time. Like we do have to play by a certain set of rules to leave. So I want to like please stop Parallax's hand. And say, like this isn't part of the story that Titania wants right now, Parallax.
You look at Parallax with a warning look in your eye.
Yeah.
Mona.
Can I also heal him at the same time since I'm touching him?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, and try and be like, no, we can't, like, we gotta stop attacking. So, like, unless she wants to continue this, we should stop and apologize. Parallax.
Mona?
Do we still have like a mind connection at least Hannah, myself, and Ethel?
Yes, the Ethel is frozen in time.
Oh, that's right.
So if we do, then I'll say, like, in my mind, she is unkillable, and the Fae have their own way of doing things. Like, if she's being polite, we have to be polite, or we will never get out of here.
I'm like so reluctant, like
Parallax.
But I think like maybe I'm gonna bide my time here. I feel like I lost this one. Like she could like flick me and I might die. So, all right. I'll calm down.
I got an exceptional success. Got 4 on a praxis, so for healing.
So that means that Parallax, you heal for 6 points of damage.
Oh, nice.
Whether it's lethal or bashing, it starts over on the right and it heals up. This would not heal any aggravated damage.
Right.
Can I say something without it being an action?
I still want to hear what Mona does and what Parallax does, but then yeah.
Absolutely.
Does Mona hear Hannah talking to Parallax?
Yes, in your head.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, the thing out loud and the thing I said are in our heads.
All right. I'll say, I'd like to formally apologize for my friends. I think they thought I was in danger. Just because the last time we met, the Black Knight who was trying to kill us. But let me make it up to you. I will give you a gift and let's all take a breather. And I'll tell you another story about gods.
Parallax, are you doing anything?
I'm going to follow Mona's lead here. And I'm going to like plop to one knee. And I'm going to sort of grovel and be like, I humbly apologize here. I genuinely believe my friend Mona's life was at stake here. I should not have attacked you. I am sorry.
And as you go to respond, time does resume for everybody.
Okay. Can I react now?
Yep.
I walk over to him.
You're right next to him.
Oh, okay. I'm right. He's kneeling. I suppose he's kneeling by me, and I help him up. And I say, "There's no need for that, really. I'm not that vain. That was Ramona." And I wipe some of the blood off of his face. I clean him up a little bit, and I tell him, "Now are you done being rude?"
I would say that I am. I was in a bad place, but I'm better now.
You're so much cuter now that you're not on the floor bleeding all over it. And while he's, taking in that not only have I accepted his apology, I'm not even really that pissed. And as he's like, "This is weird. I tried to kill you in your house and you don't really seem that mad, and I'm confused by that." I am making a little cut under my wrist, and I hand it out to him, and I say, Now be a good guest and have a drink. And you will insult me if you don't drink after that horrible display and my kindness towards you. It's the least that you can do. 1 drop is all I require. You don't even need to take big gulps, darling.
All right,
Just
Parallax, you get 1 action.
1 drop. Don't insult me again.
That's another favorable note. Don't eat or drink anything there.
He doesn't know that.
This is exactly what
He
set off
does.
me.
He is actually a professor of.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a very. I'm gonna try to be as subtle about this as I can, but I'm gonna do a very improvised space spell where I'm gonna actually take your wrist and actually make it look like it's touching my lips and stuff, but it's literally the space is just far enough where I'm not actually
drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Roll space gnosis and spend a mana.
Yeah. I'm also down to 1 mana, by the way. Actually, no, wait. Sorry. I had more mana than I thought. All right.
So yeah, you seem to drink some of Titania's
I got
blood.
3 successes on that, if that matters.
It works.
I pull my wrists back. I smile and I get really close to his face and I give him a little peck on the cheek and I say, that was a test. You didn't really need to drink, and guess what? I know you didn't because I'm not an idiot. But you were kind enough to throw an illusion my way and I'm totally entertained. So guess what? You get to live. Don't try and kill me again.
Cool. You don't try to kill me, I won't try to kill you. Sounds great.
You started it.
You're right. Yeah.
So now I just want to have tea because that was my original plan, to have tea with you and to hear the rest of this interesting little frog story. I'm terribly sorry he tried to suffocate you. He's not one of my minions. I do not have control over him. But since he's so boring and tried to kill you, I don't like that much. I didn't tell him to. So, and I just point the way to another room that I'm assuming you all go quietly. And it's a very, very big room, and there's a big checkerboard floor, and it resembles the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. And I say, Alice, you've returned, and I would love it if you would wear your dress. And I have the blue and white thing, and I just go, what do you say?
Is where we're going to pause this session.
Oh man,
That's hilarious that you would offer a dress.
But it's specifically because the last time that Ramona killed me, or that Hannah had killed me, they had told me that one of the versions was Alice, and I had relayed to Alice how much I loved that story because it was weird, and it was really that they didn't know it, but that it was really written by a fae, and that's why it confused everyone. They didn't understand why time was always bending where he was, and they thought he was on drugs, and he wasn't on drugs. He was just a fae stuck in the human world trying to write a regular story.
One of your titles is the Red Queen, so
I know, and I'm like trying to play into that. I'm like, oh, you pay homage to me and you don't even know it. And so there's always so much going on, I want to say, in the Fae world, that when these people show up, people are interesting.
yes.
Because
That's
people are volatile and weird, and you never know what their real intentions are. And so it's like fun story time to her.
Yeah.
It's like turning on the television, and these creatures that she watches from afar have suddenly showed up at her house, and they're in the flesh and being weird. and she just gets to have a ball. And no matter what they do to her, she knows she's going to come back. So she really doesn't give a shit.
Well, it's wonderful to have you here. And of course, that is right. Your perception of this character is spot on. For all of our mage players, you get a beat for playing, you get a beat for surviving, and a beat for exceptional role playing. That is 3. Have you achieved any of your aspirations or obsessions?
Does preventing violence towards someone count as justice for deaths of the innocents?
No, it does not.
No.
Yes, survived the Black Knight.
I will say that I picked up the frog and I brought him with me.
Done.
But I will also say that one of my aspirations is get rid of the tattooed man. So the frog might not leave the Fae with us.